What's up, guys? OddMan105 here, and this is a video that I was legitimately on the fence about whether or not I should produce it and upload it, but this is a subject that I feel is significant enough that it should warrant its own video. Now, I'm specifically talking about the recent Rockstar Newswire discussing the upcoming release of GTA 5 and GTA 5 Online for the next-gen consoles, or what's formerly known as Expanded and Enhanced. And for some reason, Rockstar is no longer calling it Expanded and Enhanced, and I have my ideas as to why that is, but I don't want to discuss that here, and I don't want this video to become an angry rant. But what I do want to focus on are what some of the changes are going to be for the next-gen consoles. Now, with that being said, if you're a PC player of GTA 5 Online, like I am, then absolutely nothing in this newswire pertains to us. Nothing at all. When the March 15th release of GTA 5 and Online for the next gen's release, PC players, we will see nothing. Okay? And I'm really disappointed in that there's going to be this new massive release, re-release of a game that is very significant in the gaming sphere, and we as PC players will see nothing from it. So, rather than go on an angry rant about that, let's just look at the newswire and see what some of the changes are going to be. Okay, so to preface this, I'm going to be cutting through a lot of the marketing bullshit and getting right to the chase on this one. So this first section, the opening section, discusses essentially the level of graphic fidelity you'll be able to expect on your next-gen console. So you'll be getting up to 4K resolution at 60 frames per second. You'll get improved texture quality, high dynamic range options, ray tracing, as well as utilizing the technical advancements of the latest console hardware for faster loading times, immersive 3D audio support for platform-specific features, and more. Okay, so let's scroll down a bit. We pretty much knew all of this going into it, but these are features that are already available on the PC. So let's scroll down a little bit here. You can see Michael, Franklin, and Trevor all here with their weapons. No new weapons here, no new outfits, there's nothing special here with this picture, so let's just scroll down to the next section. Okay, so this next section here discusses the different levels of graphics quality that you can select on your next generation console, depending on your playstyle. So the first level is Fidelity mode, which is tuned for the highest visual quality and targets 30 FPS at 4K resolution. Now, performance mode is tuned for the most responsive gameplay experience and targets 60 FPS. And lastly, there is Performance RT on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S, which is a hybrid of fidelity and performance modes, supporting upscaled 4K resolution with ray tracing enabled and targets 60 FPS. Now, I'm almost guaranteeing that you're not going to see 60 FPS with this hybrid mode, but it's a great compromise, if you want to call it that, between the two, if you want to get the fastest frame rates possible with the best visual quality possible. So I think this is a pretty good deal for the next-gen console players. However, I want to reiterate that this is something that PC players like myself already have access to. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so here, this is a picture of story mode. This is Trevor's truck right here. Some cops chasing him, of course. But visually, there's nothing new to see here. Again, we on PC already have access to this, so let's scroll down a bit. This next section here discusses some of the visual improvements that you can expect, such as, faster load times, increased population and traffic variety. Hopefully this means that there are going to be different types of cars driving around the map at different periods. For example, we would like to see tuner cars out there. We want to see some of the high-end Lamborghinis. Cars that normally you don't see on the road, we want to see those out in normal traffic, which will make it a bit more realistic. You'll see increased vegetation density, improved lighting quality across the shadows, water reflections, and other elements, plus improved anti-aliasing, motion blur, and highly detailed new explosions, fire, and much more. Okay, there's also new levels of responsiveness with haptic feedback and dynamic resistance via the adaptive triggers on the PlayStation 5's DualSense wireless controllers. Okay, so this seems like it's something that's specific to the PlayStation 5. Okay, so what do we have here? 3D audio. Okay. Tempest 3D positional audio on the PlayStation 5 and spatial sound on the Xbox Series X. So this talks about the 3D audio effects that we'll be able to, or you'll be able to get on your next-gen consoles. Okay. let's scroll down, keep going. Okay, so here we've got a picture of one of the new tuner cars that's going to be available for this next release. And this vehicle looks like it was designed after the Toyota 86, which is a really popular car here in Japan. But I'm not sure if this is going to be available specifically on the next-gen consoles or if this is going to be across the consoles and the PC, but we'll find out when the new version of Expanded and Enhanced releases. So let's scroll down a bit. Okay, so now we're getting into the section of the newswire that discusses GTA 5 Online, and these next two paragraphs are going to be extremely important, so let's just dive right into it. Okay, HAL's Special Works encompasses best inline vehicle upgrades, a new class of races using specifically modified vehicles, and a weekly rotation of HAL's Special Works time trials, along with a premium test ride where you can get behind the wheel of these newly modified vehicles for free. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but don't we already have something like this at the Los Santos Tuners car meet? We already have premium races. We already have a customization stall at the Los Santos car meet. You know, this to me seems like this is going to be this is a cash grab for Rockstar. They're going to take a section at the Los Santos car meet and rebrand it as HAL's Special Works. Okay, this is kind of like Benny's 2.0, but I don't see anything special here. We already have this. Okay, let's go to the next paragraph. Okay, this last paragraph here is really important. In addition to access being included as part of GTA 5, GTA Online will also be available for the first time as a standalone title for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series XS, plus for the first 3 months from launch. And this section is really important here, guys, so listen. GTA Online will be available to download and keep for free for PlayStation 5 players. Only PlayStation 5 players, okay? Making it easier than ever before for new players to experience everything GTA Online has to offer. So, if you're on the Xbox Series X, you're shit out of luck. You have to pay for it. But to be clear, even if you've already bought these games on the next-gen consoles, when this new version of Expanded and Enhanced, whatever they want to call it, releases, you're going to have to buy these games again. That's specifically why it says here that GTA Online will be available to keep for free for PlayStation 5 members for the first 3 months, okay? If you're on Xbox Series X, you got to buy it. After the first 3 months for PlayStation members, you have to buy it. You're going to have to buy story mode as well. So this, to me, stinks of a cash grab, but again, I don't want this video to be an angry rant. If this interests you and you're a console player, please feel free to consider it. I don't like where this is going because if you bought the game once, you shouldn't have to buy it again, and that's just my opinion. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, this next picture here, as you can see, nothing really special. We've got some bikers. That's a nice motorcycle, though, but she's kind of thick. And nothing really new, no new graphics or anything beyond that, so let's just keep going. Okay, the next two paragraphs talk about the new career builder option for both new players and returning players to GTA 5 Online. Rather than read this whole thing, essentially, if you're a new player, this is going to be the way to go for you because you receive $4 million as part of this career builder to buy your business properties, get vehicles, weapons, etc., and to get established in the game. Okay, if you're a returning player, this is not smart. This would not be a good decision because this resets your character completely. So any businesses, vehicles, properties that you already have, you'll lose all that. So don't do this by accident if you're a returning player, but if you're a new player, then this is definitely a good deal for you. Okay, this next paragraph talks about some of the quality of life improvements, such as a newly designed introduction and tutorial for new players, a new front-end main menu that allows you to jump directly into free mode, heists, races, adversary modes, and the latest featured weekly event content, and more. Now, what I would like to see is the ability to jump from invite-only or solo sessions or closed friend sessions back into those sessions, okay, without having to go into a public session or go back to story mode, then jump back into the invite-only or solo sessions, because that's something currently that's not available in GTA. That's something that they should have added, in my opinion. Okay, let's keep going. And finally, these last few paragraphs discuss how PlayStation 4 and Xbox One players will be able to transfer both their GTA story mode progress and online progress to the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, or even across platforms with a one-time migration for each. So essentially, this means that if you bought, let's say for example, you had an Xbox One and decided to buy a PlayStation 5, you'll be able to transfer your Xbox One game progress, be it story mode or online, to the PlayStation 5 with a one-time migration, and you'll be able to do vice versa from the PlayStation to the Xbox. So this is a pretty good deal. This means that you won't lose any of your progress if you decide to switch platforms for your consoles. And one more point of very importance that I believe right down here, where they discuss the actual release dates. So you'll be able to pre-order the digital copy for pre-order and preload on March 8th, okay, which is in a few days. And you won't be able to play the game until, of course, March 15th when it releases, but you can begin pre-ordering and preloading on March 8th, and the physical copy, which I didn't know that there would be one, will be available for purchase sometime in April. So very interesting. But guys, essentially that's it. That's the whole news wire. Again, as a PC player for to GTA 5 Online, I'm pretty disappointed that we as PC gamers will see no benefit to this new release of the game. But at the same time, I feel sorry for console players who have to unfortunately purchase this game again. And essentially, this is Rockstar's way of confirming that if you're on an Xbox One or PlayStation 4, or even if you've bought this game on Xbox Series XS or PlayStation 5 and you want to get the Expanded and Enhanced Edition, you're going to have to buy this again. And to me, it stinks of what I believe is a cash grab by Rockstar. You know, I really disagree with that. You know, if you buy the game once on next-gen consoles or even the PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, you shouldn't have to buy this again. And that's just my opinion. But again, I'm just a gamer and player at the end of the day, and Rockstar doesn't listen to me, but I'm more interested in knowing what you guys think about this upcoming release of whatever they want to call it, Expanded and Enhanced or just GTA 5. You guys sound off down in the comments below and let me know what you think about this. How do you feel about this upcoming release? Are you excited for it? I know if you're on console, you have to be excited for it. If you're on PC, how do you feel about us not receiving any kind of a benefit from this? Let's have a respectful, positive conversation about this. And yeah, this video is a wrap. I've been OddMan105, aka the Odd One, and if you guys found this informative, then you know what to do. Smash that subscriber button, hit that bell icon, leave a like or two, and definitely check me out on Twitter at OddMan105. And I will see you guys when I see you guys in the next video. Please stay safe, keep bringing that smoke, and take care out there.